What up? What up? What up? This is fenrirmoon. Thank you for joining the United Comic Universe live stream. Today we're going to be talking about the Netflix Dracula episode 1 review. Just got finished watching it not too long ago. What do I think about this Dracula? I actually think this TV show Dracula is actually pretty good. It's basically based off the Dracula Bram Stoker, the one with Keanu Reeves played in long ago. It's basically based off that timeline. It's come down to I love the way that they had Dracula come out looking old, had his lawyer come up there. This guy supposed to be a lawyer. His lawyer come up there to actually take care of some legal work for Dracula, but Dracula end up actually doing some things that I ain't never knew Dracula can do. To that degree, he basically need blood to actually become younger again. So basically what he ended up doing, he disguised while the guy was asleep, he disguised himself as the guy's fiance, and he actually had sex with the guy. And the guy would think he was dreaming the whole time because he's not really, he's like kind of fuzzy in the brain. And then it come to find out, and then the next thing he saw Dracula next time, Dracula looked younger. He didn't look old like he used to. He looked younger. And then later down the line, Dracula kept getting younger and younger and younger. So what he ended up doing, he actually was draining this guy, draining his blood from draining the guy blood, become more younger. And the guy don't know what's going on. He's kind of fuzzy, but he end up, the guy, turn him to some type of ghoul, and and Dracula was actually looking for some kind of map that in the castle that Dracula stay in, that these map actually show hidden secret departments throughout the castle that Dracula don't even know about, and the guy, he ended up finding the maps, and he ended up finding the door to one of those secret departments that he can go through. But Dracula already know about that secret department because when he got into the secret department, he see a lot of the cases and a lot of these cases here, and he opened up one of the cases, and some kind of like dead ghoul looking person was in there. And then the guy came out, and then he looked, and he was scared, and he looked around. They got a female ghoul coming after him. It's about 5 or 6 ghouls coming after him. So he's running through the tunnel, scared with the flame torch. He's scared, and then he comes to a grave, a big tombstone with a heavy crack in the middle. And then they say Dracula, but they have like a crack between them, actually through the name Dracula. So he kind of like looked down. When he looked down, he see Dracula right there laying down, and he like, He kind of like, what is this the guy? And so when Dracula woke up, he opened up the his coffin, and he stood up. And it looked like Dracula was already feeding already, because Dracula already had blood right here. And then you see Dracula like do his vampire thing, like then he got close to him, and then the guy blacked out. Then the guy woke up again. The guy was like, what happened to me? He'd be like, I don't know what happened to you. But Dracula is pretty much point blank ruthless with his evilness. He's not going to he's not telling you, he's not trying to actually be shady with it, try to manipulate you. He literally tells you what his evil he is actually doing. For instance, when the guy went through through these other caves, like these tunnels that Dracula don't know about, but he thought Dracula didn't know about, he come through these big boxes, like these big old boxes, right? And it's like kind of like wooden boxes, and you see like the top of the wooden box open up, and you see this woman come out of it, and then she like, hello. He don't know I could come out the box. She's talking about Dracula when she was talking to the guy. He don't know I could come out the box. But then when the guy like looked around and said, who are you? What are you doing here? She was like kind of like out of it, but she was like, I'm hungry. Can you feed me something? He only give me scraps. And then the guy walked around, and they got some kind of like little dome attached to the box that they can reach their hand out of the box and grab whatever Dracula put in those. Because one of his brides, he called everybody brides that he turned or whatnot, but because he even called that guy one of his brides. So turn them to ghouls. I don't know why. I guess he was figured that he'll be actually become his bride later. I don't know why he would call him that, but it's like one of the domes connected to the to the wooden box. You see someone reach their hands out and they grab a rat and they pull it back. And so he feeding them rats. He actually feeding them little babies because the girl, that the vampire chick, she was actually feeding off the baby, and the baby actually turned into a vampire. But then, like, when the guy fainted, when he actually saw the baby dead, he fainted, and then next thing you know, he waking up into this big, huge wooden box, which she already bit him and drained him a little bit. And then he looked over there, you hear the baby crying, and then the baby started coming out of the blanket, and then you see the baby in the light. The baby got fangs, so the baby was actually turned to a vampire. And so he hurry up. He didn't get out. Dracula grabbed him and like pretty much fling him out of the box right onto the floor. And he looked and he actually see the girl, Dracula, one of Dracula's bride, actually with a stake in her heart. She dying. Now, one thing I kind of like the way Netflix is going with this is because Dracula, he don't know about all those lores, all those different things happen. Like he knows some, like he don't know if you stake each other, if you stake a person, like would that actually stake a vampire, would that actually work? And that's what he was saying. He was saying, I was just checking to see if she was dying. Is going to kill her. He's saying, were you trying to kill her? He's like, yeah, that's pretty much what I was doing. Don't you have toys that you play with and experiment on? That's literally pretty much what Dracula was saying into the show. That's how intensity the show is. And then they have this nun there, and they have these two nuns came in and talking to the guy, because at the beginning of the show you see this guy, he don't look right. He basically want to Count Dracula ghoul. It was so point that he have no feeling what's going on, that a fly literally landed on his eye, not his eyelid, but literally on his eye. This will be spoilers, but literally on his eye, and walked inside of his eye, and then you could see him walking inside his, and then you could see the fly walk back this way, and you could see in his eye the fly is walking in the back of his eye, and he don't even know. He was like, what y'all looking at? He was saying, you have a fly in your eye. He was like, okay. And the fly done went inside his head. You could see the fly walk on the back of his eyeball. He say, is it gone? Whoa, wow, really? So, and then the guy actually have a fiance. What Dracula does to his people when his victims, that they be so mind boggled that they don't even remember pretty much a lot of things, because he didn't even remember his fiance. Even when Dracula showed him the picture, he didn't know who she was, you know. But he don't remember her face, but like for his memory her face, but he know who she is. But if she's standing right there looking at him and talking to him, he won't know who she is. That's how bad he had his mind messed up. And it come to find out that they was talking about the Dracula. He was on top of one of the Dracula castles, and Dracula actually snapped his neck. Okay, when Dracula snapped his neck, he fell down and he would start shaking and going along like that. And the guy was like, Dracula was like, oh, wow, that was fast. Something with you that I like. You're not like the others. The other users just decay and die, but you have will. You resisting. What are you? Pretty much, Dracula is intrigued about why he is not acting like the normal ghouls are. I'm kind of intrigued about that too, because he was human. And he was a ghoul while he was a human, but Dracula snapped his neck, and now he come back alive. And now, like, his he actually became a vampire, because when a girl bit him, he didn't die right then. Dracula killed him. And everybody know this story. If you get bitten by a vampire, or drained or anything by a vampire, if you die in the next 24 hours, you die, whatever, you will actually become a vampire. So that's what happened. He actually became a vampire later. And some of the things that I don't understand, like some of the things they change in a way, because you remember, if you ever watch Vampire Diaries, you know, or any vampire movies, because in this work, he could not come into the sanctum area because the nun said that he's not welcome there. He cannot come in. So he couldn't come in, but his ghoul gave him permission to come in. That don't make any sense to me to that. That's why I'm, watch more This is just the first episode. Reason why it don't make sense to me is simply because he's not the owner of the sanctum. So why would he would be able to actually give Dracula permission to actually come in? You know, that don't make any sense to me. But I'm just loving the way Netflix is doing the series, especially this Dracula series that came. And it's like it's 3 episodes, but the episode is like almost like a movie long. You know, I think it's like an hour and 30, hour 20 minutes or something like that. So it's like you actually watching a movie, which is awesome, and you got to watch all 3 parts. You know, so it's on Netflix now, so go check it out. It just came out not too long ago, so go check it out. What I rank, I'm not going to say all what's happening in the first episode because I don't want to ruin everything for you, but I actually literally give it probably right now, judging about the first episode, I give it a high score. I give it probably like an 8.5. I want to give it a 10, but I'm not going to really give it that because I don't know how the other 2 episodes going to be. So so far, it's really a good show. So when I actually start watching the show, I was already captivated about it. You know, it's like I'm like, wow, this is what they're doing, and it's look like a lot of things that they're doing now. For one, when the girl vampire, when the guy put the cross on her, it looked like it didn't affect her that much. But when the light hit the cross and hit Dracula in the face with the cross, it like affected him hugely, you know? And one of the things I'm gonna say before don't want to give too much of away is Dracula turned into a wolf, like I'm a black wolf, but it's not. It's that the way they did it, it's like I never seen them did that before or anything, you know. And I watch a whole bunch of vampire movies, but I never seen them did that because it basically is like the animal was a wolf, but it wasn't a wolf in a way. It's like it was originally a wolf and Dracula possessed the wolf, and he took control over the wolf because when the nun was telling him, you know, I know who you are, so you can go ahead and reveal yourself. It's not night, it's nighttime, it's not daylight, so you can go ahead and reveal yourself. We know who you are. Call off the bats. He called off the bats, and then you see the wolf start doing like this, and then you see the wolf fall over, and the wolf do like, you know how the dogs do the sounds, you know, and you see him coming out of the wolf's stomach. He didn't do a transformation that, you know, like he was wolf, then he stand up and he transformed back into himself. No, it was just a wolf. He's just like, he ripped the wolf's stomach open and he came out of, and the way he came out of, like, he was like, he was skinny, his bone was breaking. Then he came back and he only just had half of his body. He was like, so, hey, how y'all doing? So y'all gonna pretty much invite me in, hey, nuns and stuff like that. And then he continued to get out of the body. He said, oh, that's what he said when he came out. He was like, I don't know about y'all, but I love wearing fur. So that basically, by him saying that basically what he's saying, like he possessed actually live wolf and killed him when he wanted to, because he actually have controls over the wolves in that TV show. So I think it's actually a really great show. I highly recommend y'all go check it out now and actually see what I'm talking about. Like I'm saying, I'm not going to give everything away. I'm about to go ahead and end this live chat right now. I hope y'all like everything that y'all said, and I hope y'all go check it out. Please hit that subscribe button, like, share, and hit that notification button. Post videos and live stream pretty much every single day for you guys, for y'all can enjoy the content. So like I'm saying, this is United Comic Universe. I am fenrirmoon. Y'all know what it is. We are comics.